Alright guys, we are back with the second part of Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, and the cutscenes have just ended, and I'm just practicing around with the controls here, messing around. So it looks like you can't really jump in this game. Now that I found a little bit surprising, because, most third-person games you can jump, but guess you can't this game. That's alright, you can roll with circle on the PS3, and I guess rolling is good for, whenever I need to dodge and stuff. Here we get to collect our first item. Just gonna go ahead and hit X on those notes. Now, sorry, I cannot breathe right now. So you can read this if you want. It's just a letter about this place in general, and it's by this gnome named Fulmerus Hughes. So we're gonna meet soon in next episode or second to next. I don't remember exactly, but we're gonna meet him, and he's pretty much the leader of this area. He's the guy who created the Well of Souls, which pretty much made it so that we are not dead right now. He reconstructed us to life. And I think I just incinerated a body. I'm such a horrible person. Oh my god. Well, no, it was dead anyway, so I guess it had to be done, but eh. So here we go. Here we get our first weapon finally, a rusty longsword. I'm gonna go ahead and take that, and this interface right here, this inventory kind of interface, equipping weapons, armor, and stuff. I really do like it. It's clean and effective. I'm just gonna go ahead and check back on those stairs I saw back there, because the thing about these kind of games, third persons, is that there's always hidden loot somewhere. Gonna go ahead and run up here and just make sure my options are all good. Have the See, what I want to do was change the controls. Now, the thing is, sprint is X, right? But I have it on set in Skyrim that sprint is holding down the left three, L3, the left analog stick, pressing that. I have, that's for MW3 as well. So I'm really used to that. So here, X to sprint, it was just like really foreign to me. I like to keep most of my games controls the same because it makes it easier to play, obviously. And unfortunately, I was not able to change the controls, or I just don't know how. I don't think you're able to, but if you are, then I had no idea how, because it would not let me. And that really sucked, but I got used to the controls after around. Sorry, it's freezing cold where I am, but after around 30 minutes, I got really used to the controls and just went with it. The only thing that's really annoying right now is the view, and they give us a fix for that later on, though. R3. So I thought those things that were chasing after with the swords are going to come after me, but apparently there's nothing there. Avoid falling off the edge. That would have been really stupid. And you know what this reminds me of right now? I kind of look like one of those blue people from Avatar. Forgot what they were called. Something with an N, I believe. I don't know why. Because like that scene where he's just running away. I have no idea. When he wakes up for the first time in his new body, but okay, combat is very easy. It's lock on. So when you're swinging the sword with square, it instantly locks onto the rat. And then, of course, they're rats, so they're very easy to kill. But one thing is that you cannot loot every single monster you kill. There's a certain chance it'll have some loot, but there's a certain chance it won't. You can't even open up, like in Skyrim, you can open up the kind of interface, even if it has no items, you can just search it. It doesn't really work like that here. And that I can actually live with, because the thing about sometimes in Skyrim I kept accidentally clicking on shit and it got kind of annoying and all. With this, it's, you don't randomly have clustered bodies of dead things, and a lot easier to get certain items if you need. Like a lot of things are clustered at once. I'm gonna jump down here with X, so this is like one of the instances where you jump. Very interesting jump style there. And these things are called Tuatha, and as you can see, they're quite weak. Just take a couple hits, and I'm just failing here with the sword, but eventually I get that nice, and I hit him with that special attack there, with that kind of uppercut, yeah, upswing, whatever you want to call it, and that was good. It did a good amount of damage, and I don't know what that special does yet, and we're gonna find out later. Okay, so we have acquired armor. Now, pretty much, we looted the guy and got some leggings, so we can always go to the inventory and wear those, but for now we're going to be talking to this dwarf gnome thing. I don't know why they just didn't call them dwarfs. Why they have to go with gnomes? I mean, gnomes are so... I guess dwarfs are too mainstream, right? Yeah, but, yeah, because in Skyrim you have dwarves, and I gotta stop mentioning Skyrim. We're talking about Kingdoms of Amalur here. But yeah, in a lot of third-person games, medieval things, you generally have dwarves. You never really see gnomes, so I guess it's an interesting touch. So here's telling us about how we got restored and all. That's what I was telling you about before, the Well of Souls. Apparently something that this Femoris Hughes guy made, Professor Hughes. And it resurrected us. And we were the first ones to get resurrected. Without any, mistakes. And look how buff we are. Dude, we are jacked. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so these two Atha are apparently not normal here. They don't just attack the place at random. Sorry. It's very rare. But tell me guys, do you guys actually think this game is worth it? I mean, obviously I'm gonna finish the playthrough and all, but I mean, do you like this game? That's the question I wanted to ask because, well, a lot of people are comparing it to Skyrim. And it's very similar in the way that, well, there's only a 3-month release date difference. And 2012 hasn't seen any other big releases as of now. There's just this game and then The Darkness 2, which are only so far the big releases. Not many other things, so this can be seen as one of the few things that's actually, I guess you could say, good. Because I do enjoy playing this game. I probably will finish the Let's Play. But I just wanted to ask, like, compared to Skyrim, I mean, it's obviously not Skyrim, but I don't know what I'm trying to say. Just what do you think of the game? That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. Do you think it's good? It's worth it? Or it's like a fail? I mean, I think it's pretty good, personally, but I just want to hear what you guys think. So here we go. These apparently ragged leggings are 6 out of 7 defense, and then these things are 17 out of 7. I'm gonna go ahead and trash or there's a new thing, junk. Instead of just dropping things on the ground, they actually have like a junk category, so it no longer counts towards our inventory limit, which makes that's very useful because we don't have to go around littering the place. You can just put things in junk. Well, I hope that the junk doesn't take up inventory space. I actually have no idea. Now I have to go. I want to go check that later on once I get back on the game. As of now, I have like a good 1 hour and 15 minutes on my computer of Kingdoms of Amalur, and remember, always save to be safe. But I haven't played that much, so yeah, actually no, I have 2 hours on my computer. So that's maybe 8 or so 15-minute walkthroughs. I'm going to play this game a lot more, though, of course, once I get free time. Friday is going to be really busy, but Saturday, Sunday, I should be able to put out a lot of Kingdoms of Amalur walkthroughs. I'm hoping by Sunday, 10 p.m. my time, I'll have at least 15 out. If I have 15 out, then, my goal for that weekend is finish concerning uploading videos. I'm gonna kind of lay back a little bit on my Skyrim playthrough at the moment, just because, well, this game is new and all and fresh, and there's like a billion other Skyrim playthroughs out there, so it's not gonna really matter too much if I don't continue mine for a little while. Of course, I'll keep uploading videos. I still have so much. I really need to clear up my hard drive. But I want to get this game out of the way first. Or not out of the way, but finish it up. Because I actually really do enjoy this game, so I want to see how it goes. Well, the first 2 hours were great. I really hope the rest of the game can actually maintain itself like that, because if it does, it's going to be one of my favorites. Despite, I guess you could say it seems kind of not the most professional, because you might not be able to see this, but the graphics are not the best thing in this game. And there's obviously the camera, that's really annoying. You have to play it to understand. The camera is very annoying in this game. Until you get to the part where it tells you can hit this button to change the camera view. Maybe you could have done it from where I am right now, R3, but I didn't know because I didn't know that was the button to change the camera view. But it's really weird. I don't know, whoever designed the camera, that was pretty horrible of them. The rest of the game seems fine though. So we are going through gates, lifting up levers and stuff, and we have the gnome following us because we have to make our way over to Professor Hughes. We have to show him that we're alive, I guess. That's the purpose here. And here, this reminded me a lot of, you know, we have another gaming douchebag. Let's go ahead and smash everyone's crates. Take their gold inside them. Just like in Legend of Zelda, except that's with pots. Skyrim, that's with, well, tables and food. Generally, that's what I seem to think of it. And here we go, smashing crates. Kind of like in Ratchet and Clank, if you've ever played that game. Lockpicks. Obviously, you can see where that that idea came from. And actually, the developers for this game, I believe, was the main game developer for Morrowind and Oblivion. So I can see how the whole lockpicks idea came into being, and how I guess parts of these games may be borrowed from Skyrim, such as lockpicks, and maybe other things we'll discover later on. But there's things that are different. You don't have dragons, as far as I'm concerned. I've never run into one. But you do have, you don't only have human-like creatures. Obviously, because the things we're fighting right now, well, these things straight off the bat, it looks like we're an elf of some sort, the Dokofar. And look how buff we are, damn. But later on, as we'll see in the 4th episode, I fight like a troll or something. Thing was a bitch, but we'll see when I get to fight that. So here I get to go equipping all the stuff that I didn't get to equip earlier. Just tons of armor, make myself better. And I got my first piece of metal equipment. Now, throughout this dungeon right here, the starter dungeon, you will get all pieces of metal equipment. Chest, legs, arms, helmet. Actually, you won't get a helmet this whole dungeon, but you'll get a metal piece of equipment for everything else. Or you should, at least, if you search everything carefully enough. Here we got breached, and that Tuatha soldier is just staring at the wall. I didn't know what he was doing. Guess that must be that should get patched right there. The laziness of Tuatha soldiers. And I didn't even kill this Tuatha back there, where the longbow is. He just kind of, I guess he was just dead before maybe one of the gnomes killed him. But still want to go ahead and smash those crates because, as we'll see, there's always some gold inside. There we go, 12 gold. And it looks good. Let's go back and get that longbow. Now, as you saw before, I equipped a shield. Now, a shield is L1. And obviously your weapon is square. Now, this thing is very interesting. You have this whole primary weapon, which is like a longsword or daggers or something. And here we have a secondary weapon, which is the bow. Now, you can use the bow by using the triangle button, at least on the PS3. And then you don't have to switch out back to your sword. You can just use square to swing the sword and triangle to shoot the bow. Let's see if I manage to figure it out right here, and I do. There we go. And then the thing about the bow here that's awesome is that you have unlimited arrows. Yeah, I mean, if you look on the top left under my mana bar, which is that blue bar, you see 5 arrows. So you can shoot 5 arrows at a time, and then you'll run out. But then, as time progresses, of course, you'll get them back. And actually, you get them back really fast, not just as time progresses. They come back very fast. As we'll see right here, there are 2 Tuatha up there. I'm going to go ahead and shoot them, and you guys can see how fast the arrows come back. Unfortunately, I take an arrow right there. The thing about this is that I get that one guy there, but this other guy is kind of hard to get. See there, the arrow came back. But this other guy was like firing at me non-stop, and I was just not able to hit him. And the reason is because you have to go closer to him so you can lock on. And you can tell you'll lock on once you get the little green arrow over his head. Anyway, guys, that is pretty much the end of this playthrough. We'll see I take him out right here. We have to get behind this crate. But yeah, I hope you guys liked it. If you did, give the video a like and be sure to check out my next Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning walkthrough. Part 3 once I upload that. Through the gate we go. And nice open room to explore next episode.